Yo, yo, yo. Listen, finally, the NBA playoffs are here. We can get that garbage NBA product that's been plaguing us for the last month out of there. Games matter. Win or go home. Let's talk about the plays on this episode of Bets Before Bed. First things first, we've got to talk the Masters. Wow, what an event it was with Scotty pulling away on the back nine on Sunday, throwing absolute darts out there onto the greens. He played out of his mind. If you followed my videos, you know we cashed the plus 450 Scotty to win at the beginning of the tournament. I posted a screenshot onto my Twitter. I put that bet in on Wednesday at like 2 in the afternoon. Scotty Scheffler to win the whole dang thing, and he smashed and came through. My Sunday picket was beautiful with Scotty driving home the win. Now, of course, I had some sprinkle bets on some top 5 finishes, top 10 finishes and everything. Some of those did good. Some of those did not so good. But we profited, I think, 7 point something units on that Sunday. Probably put it on the screen here for you to take a look at. What a great Masters. I absolutely love it. The music, Vern's last call of the Masters, it was just beautiful. The scenery, the weather ended up being great. You can't ask for a better tournament. So we have been on a scorcher lately, cooling down slightly the last few days only because of MLB, but NBA is back. MLB, we're getting better and better each and every day, and we're still on a heater. You're still making a lot of money, so let's jump into the first play. We're going to blow it up here. We're going to go basically full screen here for a minute and look at LeBron James' recent game logs in the playoffs. What do you notice? What stands out to you? You know what? Let me just blow it right up here so you can really, really see it. What stands out to you here? Well, tons of minutes in the 40s, right? Probably a lot more than normal, being with 28 there being an outlier. What else stands out? Points are up 40, 23, 22, 26, 30, 25, 27, 21. But what stands out to me the most is the fact that he's just filling the stat sheet. 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 7 rebounds, 12 assists, 9 rebounds, 10 assists, 12 and 9, 9 and 9, 9 and 3, 9 and 6, 8 and 8. He has been filling the stat sheet up in the playoffs the last few series, and I believe that we see playoff LeBron James activated. Now, all of these people are all over his over lines, and for good reason. The over points is a popular one. I'm interested in that as well. I think the over 26.5 points is a pretty good line. The assists were at 7.5. I think juice to the over. They might have bumped to 8.5 now. His rebounds, or I think their assists are 8.5. The rebounds are at 7.5. Juiced heavily to the over right now. So all of his lines are juiced or leans heavily or slightly to the over. Well, if we think that he fills up the stat sheet because LeBron James is really going to bring it in the win or go home matchup that he has, then why don't we just look at it as triple-double? His triple-double right now is a plus 450. It's a plus 500 on DraftKings, actually, and a plus 430 on FanDuel. FanDuel knows what's up. FanDuel's a sharper book. You've seen us talk about that before. I've talked about it many times. The fact that FanDuel's at a plus 430 and DraftKings is at a plus 500 means we're getting value on DraftKings. Listen, I'm not saying it's a full unit play, but I think it's worth a half unit here, maybe a quarter unit if you're risk adverse. I wouldn't hate that at all. But I think it's definitely worth looking at with the fact that LeBron has filled up the stat sheet, and we know this is a one and done win or go home game that matters to him the most. You think he wants to go out there and throw up a duck and, get 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 22 points or something? No way. This guy's going to play all the old minutes, or all the minutes that his old PED body can handle. Yes, I said it. I think he's going to hit the triple-double. I know I'm putting myself out on a limb here, but so far on triple-double calls, I think I'm like 2-0, which isn't a lot, but we just started 2 or 3 weeks ago doing that. And I think that this is a good spot to look for a LeBron triple-double. Again, I don't think it's a full unit play, but definitely for a quarter to a half unit. Another guy I'm interested in this game is CJ McCollum. Now, I understand Brandon Ingram's back. Listen, if he wasn't, this would be like a 2-unit play for me for sure. I like CJ McCollum's over 27.5 points and assists at a minus 115 right now. I don't like the 28.5 as much for what it's worth. Now, if you can only find it at 28.5, maybe it's worth just skipping it. I alerted the premium Discord to this. I think Sunday night I was sitting there looking through data, looking through research, and I alerted them to it at 27 and a half. It's now bumped to 28 and a half. So if you follow me on Patreon, $4.99 first month is refunded you. So try it out for free. You got early access to it. You got it before it bumped. That's the point of the Patreon. Listen, there's the value it provides right then and there. However, CJ McCollum already moved to 28 and a half books. The best odds are now a minus 106. We got it at a minus 115 for a whole point less. I know Brandon Ingram's back. Again, not overly concerned. And CJ McCollum's been there for a little while. He hasn't missed any minutes. I think BI comes back, played 23 minutes the other night. Maybe he sees 27 to 28, maybe 29, but how much can he take and how in shape is he? How game ready is he going to be here? I think they lean on guys like Zion and CJ McCollum who have been there the whole time, and that is why I expect CJ to exceed this line. And now's the part of the video where I ask you to support me and do me a favor. I'm doing these for free. These YouTube videos are free for you guys, giving away picks, plays, hopefully lining your pockets. Please do me a favor, like the video, subscribe. And because I know you don't want to hear it from me, let me put this guy on. Oh, hello. Fancy seeing you here. Do me a favor while you're here, like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell. What a handsome son of a gun. I mean, are you kidding me? If he was on the show, we'd get like 15,000 views each night. 100%, right? If the robe comes back, do I get 15,000 views? Maybe we'll test it out. Who knows? We'll see. All right. I digress. We've gone off the rails. Let me get back to the final play I've got. I think it's the final play. Let's see how it goes. Steph Curry over 28 and a half points is a minus 135 on FanDuel. I alerted this earlier, and I'm going to be honest, it bumped down. People are hitting the under. I'm okay with that. I know his game logs don't really speak to this. I get it. But it's Steph Curry in the playoffs, win and go home. It is a must-win game. I like taking the alphas on the teams, the GOATs, some of the best players ever when you're talking about LeBron James and Steph Curry. Definitely the best three-point shooter in Steph Curry of history. Don't even debate that. And at minus 135 on FanDuel right now is over 28 and a half points. I like that a lot. He's got a 62% hit rate in the playoffs, averaging 30.5 points per game. But versus Sacramento, he has an 86% hit rate in the playoffs in this series or in this matchup, averaging 33.7 points per game. So again, much better hit rate against Sacramento in basically this exact same scenario, win or go home playoffs atmosphere. He shoots almost 2 field goals per game more in road playoff games, which is exactly what this is. I like the over 28 and a half points. Give me the over 28 and a half points at a minus 135 on FanDuel. The last play I'm looking at leaning in on, I don't think you have to play it with the other plays I have out here. You don't want to go too heavy into this game and one outcome. And then, if the thing falls apart, you lose everything. But I am interested slightly in the LeBron James points and assists. I think what you can do if you want to do that, or if you want to open yourself up to potentially more profits, but also, betting a lot on one outcome. If you feel strongly about LeBron James having a great playoff game here, then I think what you could do is a quarter unit on the triple double. And I think you can split either a half or 3/4 units on LeBron James over 26 and a half points and LeBron James over 35 and a half points and assists. Basically, all those outcomes are directly correlated. If he hits the triple double, more than likely he's hitting the other two. If he hits the points, he's probably at least going to hit the points and assists. And if he hits the points and assists, he more than likely at least hit the points. So I think that's an interesting option. That's an interesting angle I've been taking this year. I call it player prop stacking because talked to my brother-in-law who does this as well, DFS of Donuts, and he said it's not really a thing. So I'm trying to make it a thing because I do think it makes sense. I do think that there is a time and a place for something like that. I think it just it makes you a little more exposed. So if you're a little bit more risk adverse and you're really trying to build your bankroll, it might not be the best play for you. But if you're an absolute degenerate who wants a lot of action on this game and maybe just wants to spread it out slightly more than just putting it all on the points outcome, I think that's an interesting option. That's an angle that I've been taking personally lately and have been having some pretty good success with it. I am going to be doing a tiered giveaway now through April 23rd. Anybody who signs up for the Patreon, you will be eligible for the giveaway. If you're already in the Patreon right now, don't worry about it. Everybody who signed up right now is already in there. It will be a tiered giveaway. I haven't figured out the exact details, but something like, if we get 50 additional people, it'll be $100. If we get, 2 to 300 additional people, it'll be $200, $300, something like that. I haven't figured out the details yet. I will be posting details to my Twitter account. So if you follow me on Twitter at the Hulk Bets, you will see the details. I'll pin the comment there. I'm going to pin the link to the Patreon below. It's $4.99 a month, but the first month is refunded to you free. You could literally enter and win free money. Okay. What have you got to lose? So take a look in the pinned comments under this YouTube video. If we get 1.3, 1.4 thousand people to watch this video, I expect at least 100 or 200 new signups for Patreon between now and then, and we'll run that giveaway afterwards. Okay. So take a look at my Twitter. All you have to do is enter the Patreon or join the Patreon, and you are automatically enter it in. All right. Thank you for watching. And remember, bet smart and win more.